Okay, this is a walkthrough of Grand Theft Auto 3's mission Gripped. It's an off-road Patriot mission on Shoreside Vale, and it's arguably the most difficult Grand Theft Auto mission in the GTA franchise history. At least I think so. Um, it's located to take. All you have to do is go down to the picnic area in Shoreside Vale. From the hideout, you go down the downhill road, and you're gonna jump in the Patriot. That's by the picnic tables. You make your left here, and then go onto the dirt path. All right, and as long as you're not on another mission at the time, you can just simply jump into the Patriot that's there. It'll start the mission. Now I'm gonna do something a little different. Since the clock doesn't start until you hit the first checkpoint, I'm gonna spend about a minute showing you what to do before I actually start. I hit the first checkpoint. So I'm going to kind of describe how you're going to hit the first 3 or 4 checkpoints before I even start it. Okay, so you're going to go down this path toward the first checkpoint, which is on your left. And what you're going to do is something interesting. You're going to pass the checkpoint a little bit, and you're going to go up this to the left of the checkpoint. See that road? You're going to go up there. I'll show you that more in detail later. Now here's what I don't want you to do after you've gotten the first checkpoint. Don't go straight up this way. I'm looking to the right, and I'm going to look to the left, and you're going to see how hard it is to get your Patriot to climb this little rock. The best way to do it is to go around, and don't do this. What I'm about to do now, see how you almost turn over there? Instead, back up, and you're going to do this quick once you get the first checkpoint, but you're actually going to go around this whole rock to the grassy area, and you're going to hit the checkpoint straight up. And then right behind it is where you're going to start climbing the mountain. This is the most important part of the actual mission. Okay? I'll get to it in more detail when I actually do it in real time, but I wanted to show you those 3 checkpoints before we actually started the race. So now we're going to go back to the area where the race starts to pretend we're just starting it now. Okay? And you're going to climb this first little hill from this side of the checkpoint, and you're going to pass the checkpoint. Don't hit it. You got to be careful. You don't want to fall into the water here, but what you're going to do is you're going to line yourself up so that once you take the checkpoint, you're going straight. Now that starts the actual clock. Now I'm going to go around this embankment like I showed you. I'm going to see how much easier it is to grab that checkpoint. You're going to back up, make a sharp left. Immediately behind the checkpoint, you're starting to climb the mountain. You notice how I'm going to go really slow in this mission. Okay, so you hit that one. Now you're going toward the 2 checkpoints that are right next to each other, and you're going to grab the one on the left. Okay, and you're going to sort of back up a little bit. Okay, see how hard it is to climb this mountain? And you're going to grab this one and go straight up. And this will get you on a relatively flat area, but you still have to be careful. You make your right, and you're going to move slowly, very slowly towards this checkpoint because you could easily fall off the mountain here. You could do the next one in reverse, but I'm going to turn it around. But you notice how I'm only going in very, very short motions. And by the way, like I said, I'm gonna go through this mission very slow for the purpose of this walkthrough. Okay, now you grab this checkpoint, and again, you notice how slow I'm going? You don't have to go quite this slow, because again, I'm not going for a record time here. I'm just trying to make the walkthrough. Okay, so now you've gotten all the checkpoints on this mountain. Now you're onto the road, and you're going to grab this checkpoint, and again, very slowly, because you don't want to fall off the mountain. And then you back up. I'm ignoring the Colombians shooting at me, because I got better things. You're going to pass 2 lampposts, and you're going to go to the right of this tree here. There's a little divot in the road. It's the easiest part to get onto this green area. Again, I stopped so you can easily see. And you'll notice I'm really not trying for any kind of record time here. I'm going very slow. That checkpoint you got to be careful because you can easily fall off the mountain. Now you're going to follow the very, very edge of this mountain toward the next checkpoint. And you notice I looked before, look right, so that you'll see that it's almost a straight drop. Slow down here because you got a little divot there. You don't want to turn your Patriot over. Okay, now you're going to head towards the next checkpoint, which is at the top of this little hill here. Slowly hit it and kind of fall down to the right a little bit. It's okay if you spin out like I did. Now you're going to climb this other hill. It's like a parallel hill. And again, I'm going much slower than I really have to for the purpose of the walkthrough, but You're going to go slow really here, or very slow there, because otherwise you can very easily fall right into Cedar Grove. Now this is the tough part. See those colored bushes? You're going to go hit the small one to the left. You're going to go through it. You can't see the checkpoint now. You got to take it at face. Okay, now you're going to go through this next little colored one on the left, and then you're going to go through the green one. And you notice you can't see the checkpoint until you're right up on it. And make your sharp right. That was probably the hardest checkpoint to get in this mission. This one's pretty easy coming up right here. It's just on this little hill. You're going to just go to the top of this little rocky area and then back up. Okay, now you're going to head west toward the next checkpoint. Now the next ones you can do in a different order than I'm doing. I'm recommending this order because I think it's easiest. Okay, I'm staying to the right of that phone pole area, and now I'm going to the left to get this checkpoint here. Go slow, or you'll fall out of the mountain behind these houses, and you'll wind up on that road below. Now the next checkpoint, I'm gonna go. We're about to go into the highest point in the game. See this mountain? By the way, the scenery is gorgeous from up here. If you like video game scenery, you're gonna get this all to see. I just looked to the left. You're gonna go all the way to the top. Now, you're going to ignore that checkpoint that seems like it's closer, and you're going to go back, double back to checkpoint number 17, which we could have gotten before we did 16, but this is the easiest way to get it. If you approach, we're going from north to south, if you would approach that checkpoint from south to north, the ridges on the rock are very jagged, and it's very easy to turn over your Patriot. Okay, so now we're going to go for the second and last checkpoint, which is number 19. This one's very easy, but again, I'm going slower. The next one is down on that little ledge over the road. I'm going to suggest you go around the long way here, and I'll show you why. Because you can actually get on here with a little path, rather than falling down and taking a chance of turning over your Patriot before. Alright, I went the long way, but obviously it was the easier way, because you don't want to turn over your Patriot. Okay, and that's gripped for you.